everyone. Welcome to the first ever finals edition of Eagle Review. It's our first year, so I suppose it had to be done. Tom Roach joining me as always. My top four was on the line Friday night against flag favourites Hawthorn. Just not able to get the job done in the end. It's 5v8 now. Yeah, it was a good game, but obviously you missed your opportunities early against the Hawks and you're going to be in a lot of trouble. Missed opportunities, as I said. Buddy Show, well, wasn't he looking ominous in the first quarter? He kicked 4. I thought he was up for 10. He was indeed. Looking ahead now, we've got North for a home elimination. Great result, I think, to be taken on the Kangaroos this time of year. Yeah, I think if you looked at the 8, that's probably the team you'd want to play first up. We've had 2 wins against them this year already, and they haven't been in great nick the last couple of weeks, but you never know, that might have been just gearing up for finals. Great to see West Coast fans coming out in numbers, sleeping out the night, making sure they book in their finals ticket for this weekend. And Nick Nat showing his appreciation for our much-loved fans. Yeah, driving in this morning, you see him out there in the rain queuing up for tickets. It's just... it just shows the amount of support and the love they have for the game. So it's awesome to see. Thump, I'll probably prefer Woosh's comment, whether he'd actually wait out for tickets.
I'm pretty lucky in terms of getting the Eagles tickets. But, and hopefully when they eventually turf me out the door, they still might give me a ticket.
Big man Dean Cox set to become just the 5th West Coast Eagle to reach 250 games. Now just a full season from running down club record holder Glenn Jakovich at 276. He's contracted to the end of next year. Roach, you never know what's going to be possible. Yeah, I reckon he'll get Jacko, no doubt about that. I think Coxy's goal to get to the magical 300 mark. He debuted in 2001 after having a full year on the rookie list. He's a premiership player, obviously, in 2006. 2008 club champion. He's kicked 146 goals and he's played in 14 finals. Will go down as one of the greatest ever ruckmen of all time. Revolutionising the game as being the 4th rover, and it was just so humbling to hear club legend John Worsfold have these great words for him.
He's in the echelon of great players at this football club now. He's still got a lot of football left in him. Yeah, there's a couple of good milestone vids on the net at the moment. How bad is this one though? I come across this. Little celebration gone wrong. Little fish hook there from Coxy, so not a good one, that one. No good at all. Look, the accolades continue to roll in for Dean Cox, being named in the All-Australian squad with 3 of his teammates. Roachy, the big fella is looking to lock in his 6th All-Australian selection. Unbelievable. Yeah, I'd say he's a shoo-in. He's had a sensational year, probably better year than last year, so I reckon he's got that in the bag. Darren Glass is going for his 4th. He was obviously the fullback last year, with a big chance. Nick Nat and Bo Waters are the other nominations from us. So, look, we finished 5th, so we deserve to have at least 3 or 4 in them. Coxy going for the club record, overtaking Cuz with 6 if he gets a hold of it. Look, but it was asked about Coxy, how he felt about all these awards, but being the team man he is, just sticking to what's ahead this weekend.
This week's all about finals though, so you know, it's just another game. It's something I'll reflect back on later, but it's all about trying to make sure this playing group progresses through this weekend. As always, this time of year on a quality side, plenty of people knocking on the door and the waffle for their opportunity. You heard this one, Lewis Stevenson travelled as emergency for the Hawthorn game, headed back home on the red eye. Bugger all sleep, Roachy, had 20 touches and was one of the best for the Tigers against Subiaco. Yeah, huge effort that one there from Stevo, but obviously he needed the run in his legs to keep the form going. Did kick 3 for the Sharks, and he's actually elevated to the senior list this week, so he could be a chance come finals time. Dalziel had 34 touches and a couple of goals. He's very, very good at waffle level. Hams also had the week off, but he was great the week before that. And both those boys, Dalziel and Hams, have actually been included in the squad next this week. Absolutely. Matty Rosa running freely at training as well. He won't be far away from his finals push. Good to see that. Look, it's a good problem to have for senior coach John Worsfold, but there are always going to be dilemmas. You can't pick them all. But it's great to have them all playing good footy and developing like we'd expect them to. It's probably the last thing any West Coast fan wanted to see on the weekend. With just 5 minutes to play in the last quarter, JK was hobbling off the MCG after his left ankle was caught under Josh Gibson from the Hawks. Yeah, Thumper Gibbo's a big boy. You wouldn't want him falling across your leg anytime. It was heart and mouth sort of stuff there, but he did return and scans have cleared him of any great damage. You know, the plan was to get JK back for the finals, get a little bit of touch into him, get his confidence up. So missing a week now wouldn't do him any good at all. No, it wouldn't. Look, the media, some are getting stuck in saying that JK's stats, aren't really up to where they should be heading into finals, but Coach John Worsfold knows just how important he is to this West Coast structure. He's presenting up pretty well. I think we've seen him compete against 3 defenders, bring the ball to ground, and other guys have kicked goals. Now, not many people would put that down to Josh's effort, but we certainly do. So that's what he brings. He draws other defenders to him to try and spoil, which gives all our other players more opportunity.
There were plenty of solid Eagles that never lowered their colours on Friday night. I start, of course, with Scotty Selwood. It'd be hard not to mention him. 35 touches were spectacular, equalled his career high. But Jack Darling continues to stand up on these big stages. He had 22 disposals, 9 marks, 5 tackles and 3 goals. 1 nominated for Goal of the Year with an awesome banana. Roachy, pinching yourself.
Yeah, I am pinching myself. It's just his second year, Thumper. That's what I think we forget that about Big Jack. It's his second year. Don't forget, 25 blokes went before him in last year's draft. So he's been sensational. Once again, though, heart and mouth stuff when he went down.
I feared the worst.
I was eating with dinner at the time. I actually choked on what I was eating. I thought that was it.
But the brave boy played on.
Yeah, it looked like he was shot, but he's all good.
Will Schofield had the definition of a purple patch during the second and third quarter. He just seemed to be everywhere on the ground.
Yeah, another young player for us going very well, but he only had 11 touches, but it was the impact he had on the game. He kicked 2 goals. It's the first time he's kicked multiple goals in a game.
His confidence continuing to grow. Speed off the mark is exceptional and one to really marvel at, and great decision making. Skipper and fellow backman Darren Glass was quick to note to the media that this is not an isolated game for Will Schofield.
I should take confidence in this game because of the whole season he's had. I think he's had a terrific year, not just the Hawthorn game.
Magic moment time. I'm giving it to Jacob Brennan. Everyone knows why. Preventing Goal of the Year against Buddy Franklin, I reckon. He's ended up busting through the Rioli shepherd with ease and recovers from a Franklin don't argue and lays a fantastic tackle. Not done yet, Roachy.
Okay, keep going.
Bit of icing on the top, and he's forced the ball out of play, and about 10 Eagles came over to him. Jeez, it was just great for you.
Look, it was a huge effort. Yes, my magic moment was actually due to the umpires on the weekend. There was actually 2 free kicks paid at the one contest. One for us, one for them. Luckily for us, the push in the back was paid first. However, I think it was the softest push in the back in the last century. And it took them half a quarter to work it out. But in the long run, it was a good effort.
Sorry for wasting your time there, Roshi.
That's all right, mate.
Moving on to the teams. It's for this Sunday at 1:15. Bounce down elimination final v the Roos. Let's have a look. It's extended interchange at the moment. In comes Lynchy. Haven't seen him for a while. Brad Dalziel after his excellent waffle form. Mackenzie returning from a hamstring, of course. And Ashton Hams recalled. Mitch Brown, the unfortunate one, after 3 quality quarters of footy, I thought.
Bit stiff there. I thought he was very good after quarter time.
But it should be a cracking game, Roachy. Sunday afternoon football, perfect conditions and a pumping crowd.
Oh, it should be a great game, Thumper. But we remember back to round 15, it wasn't easy for us. We allowed them a lot of space in the first half and they played really good footy, but a great last quarter by Coxy. And we won by 2 points.
Yeah, absolutely. We did mention earlier that we would like to play North out of any of the teams in our opinion, but let's not underestimate this team. They're fantastic ball winners and hard-nosed players, and Pritter knows just how dangerous they can be.
They've got a really good mix in their midfield. They've got some really good contested ball winners in Zeeble, Swallow, and then they've got the guys on the outside like Wells and Harvey. So, it really does stand to be a great game.
Yeah, look, there's been a lot of media this week talking about our 6-day break. If we get over the line, then we've only got a 6-day break. Who cares? It's finals time. Have a listen to what Coxy had to say.
Take the 6 days, 5 days means you're still playing footy. So it's better than waiting 130 days. Play again.
Tough picking a match winner in a final. Could be any one of the 22 boys, but I've decided to lock in Matty Pritis. North are a great running team, Roachy, but they're even better at winning the contested footy when it's on the line. Pritis our best ball winner, on top of the clearances last 2 or 3 seasons. I have a feeling Kerr or Shuey might get a tag on the weekend.
Yeah.
They've been devastating in finals, especially Kerr, so look for Pritis to be opening this game up, giving his first use of the ball all around the ground.
Not bad.
Who's your match winner? Are you going to top that?
Nah, look, I didn't do one this week. No, I didn't reply to your email. I'm sorry, mate. But I do have a little cook that I'd like to give out here to Ash Smith.
Yeah.
Ash has actually started his own little clothing label up, and with Perth, bowing out of the finals, not making the finals this year, he's got a bit of free time on his hands, and I think he's dabbling in a little bit of modelling.
Not bad. Way to go. Look, Ash Smith and Kobe have started their clothing line. It's called Cluminarthiclothing.com. That's where you can find their best work. And that's the end of this week. Will we see you next week? I definitely think so, and we hope so.
Yes, I think so too. So, hooroo. Till next week.